Good morning, friends. Welcome to week 10. We have 2 weeks left, week 10 and week 11. Some of you are going to have week 12 left too, because week 12 is just catching up on everything that you didn't do. So looks here, just looking at number 17. Number 17 has almost a week's worth of dream bucks to do. So if you don't make it up, you're going to have to do that following week, because I'm going to let you guys know what you owe. So if you don't have your Dreambox hours in, some of you are going to be working that week. So if you know that you were off in the week before and you didn't do it, like so right here, we have a bunch of people that didn't do it. You're going to be working that week 12, okay? It's week 7. All right. So know that I'm going to be going through this and double checking to find out who doesn't have to do week 12 and who does. Do you want to say hi, friend? Yeah. And we don't usually have candy in the morning, but somehow somebody got one. We'll be taking that away in a second.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. Say hi. All right, we gotta put that lollipop away. Okay. All right, so here we go. Today's assignments. It's June 1st. I can't believe it's June 1st. And this week we'll be finishing up our book. So, what do we have to do today? Oh, it looks like somebody's already done the discussion. So we have super sentences. How many super sentences? 2. Dos. More than 1. 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2. You have to write 2 sentences. You can put as many words as you want in a sentence, but you still have to write 2 super sentences. They have to be compound or complex. Add those extra details. Get me like questions that I don't need to answer, right? Extra details. And so here's a bunch of words that we learned in this day. So we have our 2 super sentences, and then let me move my head. We go to the discussion. And I give you hints in the discussion of what to answer. So here's a news story. A news story that tells us what really happened on South Beach that day. Now, when you're reading a news story, usually they start off with the day, the place, where, right? On Friday, May 31st, many students of Miss Haley's class had the day off. They had completed their work all week, and so Miss Haley gave them a bonus day. So thinking about that, I gave you the who, some students in Miss Haley's class. I gave you the what, they had the day off. When, on Friday. Where, oh, I didn't tell you where. At their house, right? So I need to add that. So you're kind of giving me an idea of what happened. What were the main events, right? So the main events were, here. The main events of that day, where were they? Who was there? What was happening? When was it, right? So I think it was late afternoon, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So you got to give me those details. Okay, make it sound like a news article. All right, guys, looks like we have one done. Cheyenne. When a lady was swimming at the beach, she got hit by a wave and it was really strong. She couldn't get back to shore. The victim who this happened to was a nice lady named Susan. She wasn't trying to help the boy out of the water, but people think she did because his best friend told the police that, and towards the day, nobody knew that except the family she told. All right, so here's the thing. You need to give specific details in a news article. So, in a news article, you want to be specific with the details. So, you don't want to start off when a lady was swimming at the beach. You're telling me exactly what happened. You're not telling me what you learned in the story about how she used to say it was the boy who did it, and now. News article, you stick with the topic, right? You don't need to tell me that people thought she was saving a boy, because you're telling me now what really happened. So if you're telling me what really happened, you're not telling me the other stuff. right? You don't have to tell me the other stuff. And if you want to add that in, breaking news, we found out what really happened the day that Susan died, right? What was her last name? I forget. I'll have to look it up. Okay, hold on. I have to pause this again. Okay. So breaking news, when Susan James, or breaking news. Today we found out the true story of what happened to Susan James. 10 years ago, right? It was 10 years ago. So if you want to add it like that, you can add it like that. But the breaking news is either what really happened, or you can state what had happened. Today you found out the real truth. But why did she tell? It wasn't that the friend told, right? The best friend didn't tell the police that. The mom told the police that, and the best friend went along with it, right? So, sorry, I just got a little discombobulated with Matthew climbing all over me. So I hope that was kind of explained right. I'll write mine so that I can show you tomorrow what I would say, okay? All right, so with that said, be specific. When you're writing a news article, you don't want to be fake news. You want to tell the truth. You got to put names and facts, right? All right, have fun with it. I can't wait to read your story, and I will talk to you tomorrow.